Morning, guys. Buenos dias. Top of the morning, top of the morning. What a beautiful sunny morning it is. Look at that sky. So listen, I wanted to just have a quick chat this morning about alcohol free. It's Speaking Sunday, hashtag Speaking Sunday, but alcohol free. So give you a little bit of backstory on myself. I'm probably like you guys, you know, we've all been drinking since we were young kids, right? 14, 15, 16, down the park, having your first swig. I better get that hand movement right there correctly. So, you know, we're all having our first drink, and then it progresses and you go through your teens and into your 20s, and before you know it, time has flown past and your alcohol consumption has got to, well, it could be a dangerous level or it could be a middle of the road level, could have plateaued. For me, I was always a middle lane drinker. I drank socially, yeah, and I enjoyed it. I used to go out and party with the best of them. But then I think a few years ago, they just came to a point where, you know, I've always lived this healthy lifestyle. I've always been a sportsman myself, personally, been an athlete all my life. And alcohol was always the thing that held me back, and I never got a grip of it. About 8 years ago, I first became aware of 1 Year No Beer, which was on Facebook, which was a movement headed by Andy Ramage, and it was the alcohol free, and the suggestion was to take a break from the booze, go 28 days alcohol free, then progress to 90 days and then on to a year. 1 Year No Beer, hence the name of the title. If you could do that, if that was possible. So I had a couple of goes at that, and you know, so many day ones, right? You're always resetting the clock. Finally, you start to get some distance, and I managed to do a year, and that was great. Then there came a period in my life where, you know, I lost my father, and at that time, you know, I was still a year alcohol free, and I was at the wake, and a friend of mine said, "Go on, have a couple of beers, you know, it's your dad's funeral and celebrate his death." And stupidly, I said yes and had a couple of drinks, and then one thing led to another, and I started drinking again, right? So after stopping for a year. So that was 2016, had a break, took a year out, and then fast forward the clock to lockdown. And I'm not sure if you were on your drinking journey then at the time, but like most people, we were locked indoors. What was there to do? You know, pick up the drinks and have a few. And it became a regular thing for me. And I started to get a bit worried, like not at the state that I was getting in, but the level of consumption cumulatively. So I was drinking like 3 large cans of beer every day. And if you work that out, 7 days in a week, that's 21 large cans. So the volume I was consuming was massive. I could see the changes in my body. I was bloated, my skin was terrible, I was getting a beer belly. Never had that in my life, being an athlete. I thought, what is this all about? And, you know, all the things that go with it, the anxiety, the depression, the bad moods, the irritability, the shortness of patience, snapping at people in your relationships and stuff like that. It wasn't right, and it was just spiraling downhill. So I made that change. You know, I started to take a break again, and I got the momentum to carry on with that. And now I'm here 3 years alcohol free, with a year in the bank as well. So cumulatively about 4 years alcohol free. I've never felt better. I don't suffer from anxiety. I wake up in the mornings, I'm raring to go, fresh and ready. And everything about the alcohol-free lifestyle is absolutely superb. And you'll join me in saying that. But, you know, it's always nice to share a little story. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a backstory on what I've gone through. And maybe love to hear some of your stories. You know, we don't have to go too deep. This isn't, you know, it's up to you what you want to share. Just give us a little highlight of how it's gone, how it's going, you know, where you were and where you are now. I think it'll be great to just share that with the rest of the community. And it is Speaking Sunday. Look at the weather, right? I hope you are equally as blessed where you are, and get out in the daytime, do some exercise, get some walking done, do some Pilates, some yoga, get on the bike, do those things that are going to make you feel great. And look forward to seeing you soon. Adios. From Marbella, España.